Hey everybody, Chad Nobody Else's Auto. Tonight we're going to check out some more new inventory. This one courtesy of our good friend Glenn. Now it's great when all of you guys keep an eye out for me, help out, and support what we do here. And Glenn's been a great supporter, and this is one that he saved for us. So he runs a scrapyard. He has a lot of cool stuff that comes through the gate, and fortunately he keeps an eye out for some of the stuff that he knows other people can use. He's a car guy, so he knows, keeps his eyes peeled, and lets me know when something comes in that he knows at least has a life in parts as opposed to going into the shredder. That's what the deal is with this little 83 Dodge pickup. So pretty complete old pickup. Even tried to get it running, but it just didn't sound right. Dad said it sounded like it had a valve out of it or something when we were cranking it over. But really complete, not a bad old pickup. So always excited to get some of this stuff in. The 70s and 80s stuff, it's getting harder to find, especially a good complete one like this. So excited about it. Always glad to add some of this different stuff to inventory. So let's go take a look at this little Dodge pickup. Now this old Dodge really not in terrible shape. Got a little bit of rust in it, which is typical for a pickup of this age. But overall, not a terrible looking old pickup by any means. Like I said, I think something happened with the engine in it. It's probably why it got parked. But overall, this is not a terrible old truck, and it is not that beat up. Two-tone tan and brown, pretty common colors for that era. All the original side moldings that break up the two-tone, all still here. Original hubcaps. Local truck, sold new here at Marmy's in Great Bend, Kansas. Just not a lot to fault about this old Dodge. Let's take a peek in the driver's side while we're over here. And for a pickup of this age, I mean, we've got some wear on the left side of the seat from getting in and out, pretty common. But I mean, the rest of the seat isn't even trashed. Dash is all still intact. Pretty good looking sport type steering wheel on this old pickup. Tilt column. Factory radio even hasn't been changed. Cargo light. Even the wood grain on this dash panel is not torn up or trashed. Some wear on the left armrest, but that's to be expected. Really not terrible. Kind of work our way on around. The ram missing off the hood, pretty common for that to be missing off this era of pickup. But the rest of this thing, pretty decent shape. Front end's not all banged up. Got a couple of small dents in the grill, but that's to be expected for this big, huge aluminum housing. But overall, even the grill is not beat up too bad on this thing. Over here on the passenger side, the Ram badge is missing. But other than that, it's here. Hubcaps are missing off this side, but I believe those are in the pickup. If we take a peek in here, yep, there's both other pickups, or both other hubcaps for the pickup, excuse me. The air cleaner, like I said, something didn't sound right when we tried to crank it over, so I think somebody was working on it probably. Royal SE on this Dodge. Still got the original books in here. Still in the glove box from when this truck was sold new, I'm sure. Looks like we've even got a build sheet in here for this pickup. The 1983 warranty card. It was sold new here in Great Bend. Somebody in Beloit, Kansas originally. Oh, and the actual, I believe this was another kind of a form of a build sheet from when this truck was built. with all the options listed. There's even that steering wheel. Sport steering wheel listed right there specifically. That's kind of cool. Always neat to find that type of stuff in one of these old vehicles after all these years. Did have some kind of homemade bed rails on it. Around the back, the typical step bumper from the 80s that we saw on a large portion of these old pickups. Tailgate, nice and looks pretty good and clean. A few dings and dents in it. And even inside the bed, this thing is not hammered. It's got some dings and dents in it, but it isn't destroyed by any means. Now, another thing that, like I mentioned, this came out from a friend of ours that runs a scrapyard. There was also a 76 Le Mans sitting in there. Just a rough four-door that there wasn't much left of, but hey, when there's still good bits and pieces on them, I'm going to buy some of that stuff too, as opposed to letting it go to the shredder. So got a little bit of that stuff that actually just needs to get moved over into that 76 Le Mans parts car that I've got. But always keeping our eyes peeled for inventory that somebody might be able to use. One other thing we need to show you on this old Dodge is under the hood. Like I said, something is wrong, apparently wrong with the engine, because it didn't want to crank, or it cranked but didn't want to fire. Dad said it sure sounded like it had a valve or something out when he was cranking on it. But so I think it would take some engine work on this one. But we saw the air cleaner laying on the front floorboard. But other than that, this thing is all here. Even still has the jack wrench over here on the fender well. So, like I said, sure sounds like it needs some engine work, but there again, as far as bits and pieces wise, she's pretty much all here. Well, there you have her. Pretty decent old 1983 Dodge half-ton long bed 2-wheel drive pickup. Once again, huge shout out to our friend Glenn for saving this one for us, and pretty good old pickup. Excited to add it to inventory. So you got any questions about this old Dodge or any of the other 2000 cars and trucks we've got here on the ground at Nobody Else's Auto, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is in the description part of this video as well in the text if you click on that. Give me a call. Text, emails, none of that stuff ever works. Just give me a call so we can have a conversation about your project, year, make, model, body style, parts you need, things like that, or if you're looking for a specific project. With this many cars and trucks on the ground, I need all those details to know if I may or may not have something here that can help you out. So, hope you enjoyed this one. You like old cars, you like old trucks, be sure to check out the channel, Nobody Show, and definitely click that subscribe button. I have been buying an insane amount of cars this year. We have tons of new inventory coming in, and you're not going to want to miss any of it. So click that subscribe button so you can keep up with what we've got going on here. Plus, we do a lot of cool live stuff, and you don't want to miss any of that. As well as the toys and memorabilia. We have a lot of fun with this old car and truck stuff, and if you're here, I think you're going to enjoy checking out the rest of it as well. So, hope you enjoyed this old Dodge. Stay tuned. Tons more cool stuff coming up. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and we sure hope to see you soon on the next one.